Yeah, it all finally had time to think about it. And um, he was the one that didn't care and knew well enough that, of course, they were hurting me without real reason. They were hurting me for no fucking reason. They knew that what they were doing was a bunch of tied together words and misrepresented actions. When I went to Walmart and took my mother without permission, they say, the judge said my actions were egregious. Egregious means shockingly bad. That's a bad word. Well, anyways, I had permission to go see my mother, and I called them and asked if I could take her to Walmart. And they said, Ben, maybe you should just get a list. My mother has brain damage, guy. I don't want to argue with her, and it sets me off if I got to get all gruff with her. And so I just drove her, and I don't go in the store with my mom because I just avoid it. I will, but it's not my favorite thing. So I sit out there. She comes back out, and when I take her and drop her off, they said, "Where, you got anything to tell us?" They call me up. I say, "Yeah, I just took my mom to Walmart." And they used, I was in there, I was in jail for 28 days or something. I was suspended, a bunch of them. But like, that's what my unauthorized visitor was me taking my mother to Walmart after I asked them to take her, and they said no for no fucking reason. Because they were following me, and they knew that I was going to take her, and they used that to. I gave that to them, but they didn't have to say no. Why take a list when I can just drive her? I got permission to be here for the next 2 hours. I can't drive her. My mother, who's disabled, who has a brain damage, I can't drive my mother to Walmart. And they said no to me, and I did it anyways, because fuck that. I'm taking my mother to Walmart. And my actions were called egregious. And that was one of the first nails in the road down that line. But it was things like that. They called my mother, who I took to Walmart because she asked me to, an unauthorized visitor when I had I had permission to be there. That's that wording in my file. That's one of the unauthorized visitors. That's the only unauthorized visitor I ever had in 15 months. Was my mother, who I took to Walmart because I didn't want to tell her no after I just told her yes. And she has brain damage, and she waited for 3 weeks for me to show up. So I took her. And my actions were egregious. And it was like 30 days. But they suspended a bunch. But,